Now we will start with the retopo, and for this we'll come here and select our this mesh, subdivision 2 from Dynamesh, and we will do the live surface here. So we press this magnet here as we did previously for the retop of the head, and with this we cannot select it. And now if we go here to the modeling toolkit, we go to the Quadro tool, and we will start doing the retop of this. So a couple of important points for the retopo of the character here. First of all, we'll work on the retopo only in one half of the body, and then we will mirror that because of a matter of like we could work with symmetry and work like both sides at the same time, but depending on how high resolution is your mesh here, you might have problems with like the Maya will get really slow and it will be difficult to control. So for this, we'll start just working in one half and then we will mirror that. And one of the important points is that we need to start working with pretty big polygons. Like I like to start working like with big polygons for this and not starting like in really small details first. So first of all, I want to get First of all, I want to get more or less the big panels here. Like this, following a bit the shape. Then we need to consider that we will need to have loops that goes around the leg. So all around the leg, like here specifically, like this. So we have a loop that goes all around the leg. And we will have loops that goes all around the arms also. And I will go later, like in our time lapse later, you will see this better. But the sense is that we need to have loops here, and then in the fingers we'll have some awkward connections here, but there is like not many ways to avoid it. But what is important is the same, that we have like the fingers has like one loop that goes around, so that in case we want to select a loop that goes all around, it goes all around. Then, as we mentioned already, we saw in the previous course, we are aiming for all quads and all the most even as possible, right? We don't want quads like this, like really stretch. We want everything like the most square as possible, right? And also we try to avoid infinite loops, that it goes like, for example, let's say that if we start doing this and we come in this way and then we come like this, say like this, and then this one comes here and this one comes here and like this, sorry, like this here. And let's say if I connect this one here and this one here, we get what's called an infinite loop, that we don't want this. We want to avoid this completely. That's why what we want to do is to keep everything like perpendicular to the, like parallel to the floor, for example, in this case. And let me delete all this. And to get really clean loops everywhere. Another important point is that nowadays, we don't try to go like really in detail to do, for example, let's say that we have here the serratus, and you say, okay, because I have this, like maybe in hard surface, you would take this, for example, if this would be like a spaceship or something, right? You might take this and do the topology. Maybe you would do like a loop around. So like this, for example. So like this. For example, this one here. And then you will do the same here and stuff, and maybe you would even like a support edge to get this shape. We don't want that in the body. We want something like much more simple. So you will see it later at the end, but basically what we want to aim for is like, again, all quads, all really clean polyloops. And again, we are not, apart from really big shapes that we want to follow with the topology, we are not going to go really in detail in, for example, that this needs to follow like this, for example, that every shape that change needs to follow the topology. Same with the quadrists and stuff. What we will do is we will keep things all simple, because later we will have like enough resolution to support all this structure, right? So the only two areas where we might add some more detail like that are the nails. That is important to get that right, and the same with the toes. And we will see. Still not sure about the belly button. We'll see later if we need it or not, depending on the level of resolution that we have here. But apart from that, everything will be like quite like straight, following the same concept of topology that we did with the face.